What's up, you should Timmons here. Now, HBO had a pretty decent year in 2024. I mean, they've had some pretty decent programming this year. Not as much as you expect, but I think that has to do with because of the strikes and everything. I feel like 2025 is going to be a better year for HBO here, but they've done still had some really decent stuff. So here are my official top 10 favorite HBO slash Max originals of 2024. All right, number 10. I'm gonna go with the series Kite Man. Hell yeah! Now this show was more better than it had intention being. Like it's not as funny as let's say Harley Quinn was or anything like that, which I cannot wait for the return of Harley Quinn. But I still thought it was pretty fun to say the least. Still had that fun humor to it. Really good voiceover performances here. I had a fun time with the series, and so I don't know where if we're getting another season or not, but hopefully we'll get more Kite Man. All right, number 9 is the show The Sympathizer. Now, The Sympathizer, of course, stars Robert Downey Jr. as in multiple characters, and it is also from Chan Park Woo, who gave us like the original Oh Boy and stuff. It's a really interesting series. Really, I like the scenery. Downey Jr. is pretty decent. The other cast of characters is pretty good too. Really decent show here. All right. Number 8 is a show called Industry, which I was a little late to the party, I admit, but this is actually a pretty decent little show. Of course, the cast characters are pretty good. You had Kit Harrington for the third season. I actually thought it was a really the third season was pretty decent. So looking forward to check out the fourth season. All right, number 7 is Pretty Little Liars Summer School. Sadly, they canceled it, but also now this is unpopular to say. I was never too big with the original Pretty Little Liars that was on like ABC Family and Freeform and stuff. I know it has its fans, but I could never really get into it. Like my favorite shows from that was always like on Freeform was always Switch at Birth or The Fosters. I I don't know. Something about Pretty Little Liars just I wasn't too big with. I will say the reboot is far better. I really dig the characters. I mean, Shanla Kinney, maybe because she's a little similar to me with my love for movies and stuff like that. Obviously, maybe I just relate to her too much. But I actually really like she really felt like the Randy how Randy was from the Scream films. Really has a little bit of a Randy Meeks vibe. The other cast of characters is great. I actually really enjoyed the series. It's a shame they canceled it. And Summer School, I gotta say, was much better than the first season, in my opinion. But yeah, it's still a shame they canceled it. But it is what it is, I guess. Number 6 is probably the only documentary on this list, by the way, and that is Wise Guys, David Chase, and The Sopranos. Now, this is of course a two-part docu series about obviously one of the greatest shows of our time, The Sopranos, and I really quite enjoyed it. It featured interviews by the likes of the people behind the show, in front and behind it. You know, it's a really decent documentary, worth giving a go. I really quite enjoyed it a lot. All right, number 5. Of course, the show the new season just pretty much premiered this month, and it doesn't really end until January, so probably shouldn't even add this on my list. But I'm really digging it, and that is Creature Commandos. This past episode with Weasel's backstory, I really quite enjoy. I'm digging the show. I mean, obviously, the next few episodes could always go down south. That's always a possibility. But I'm still quite enjoying this a lot. Cannot wait to see what these characters are gonna look like live action form. I mean, just think of it. David Harbour is technically now in the DCU and the MCU because he's also in Thunderbolts as well. So that's interesting to say the least. Uh, Obviously, Frank Grillo was great in this. I think the show is excellent. So if you guys haven't watched it, definitely give it a go. All right, number 4 is House of the Dragon season 2. Now, I thought this season was far better than the first. It's still pretty interesting, pretty entertaining. I'm digging the new characters that popped up. I'm definitely looking forward to check out the third season. Obviously, until we wait, we still have that Seven Kingdoms coming out next year. So at least we're getting more Game of Thrones content next year. Number 3 is True Detective Night Country. Now, this is unpopular to say, but I think this is the best True Detective since season 2. I'm not gonna lie. And Jodie Foster, who of course won an Emmy for her performance, is excellent on the show. The one who plays like her partner here, Kelly Reyes, is great. John Hawkes is terrific. You know, the performance by the other cast is great. I think this is a really excellent one, and can't wait for more True Detective down the line. All right, number 2 is the final season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Now, this wasn't as good as like the other previous seasons or anything, but I actually thought the final season was really fun. Like seeing Lori Loughlin having a fun cameo was pretty cool to see. Uh, seeing like the episode where like Larry David ends up going pretty much getting arrested was pretty fun. Like with his Donald Trump like mugshot was pretty cool to see. I really quite enjoyed this a lot. It's such a shame it's such a shame we're definitely not gonna get another season. But yeah, Curb Your Enthusiasm. I think this show is excellent. Like it's such a really great one. And of course, my number one favorite HBO/Max original of the year is pretty much the best show of the year, and that is The Penguin. Hands down, The Penguin is the best thing HBO put out this year. Colin Farrell's terrific. Kristen Milioti's definitely gonna get some Emmy love. It's so good, man. I mean, it's such a shame that it was only 8 episodes. I wish they did like 2 more bonus episodes. But still, I quite enjoy this a lot. I'm hoping we get a second season because I mean, Matt Reeves is pretty much talking about possible another one. Who knows? Uh, but yeah, this show is just so excellent, man. I mean, if you guys haven't watched it, do yourself a favor, go watch it. You'll be glad you did. But that's pretty much it there. Here is my quick rundown. 10 Kite Man, hell yeah. 9 The Sympathizer. 8 Industry Season 3. 7 Pretty Little Liars Summer School. 6 Wise Guys David Chase and the Sopranos. 5 Creature Commandos. 4 House of the Dragons Season 2, that is. 3 True Detective Night Country. 2 Curb Your Enthusiasm Final Season. And number 1 is The Penguin. Now there's other ones I probably could have added, like the new season of Hacks was pretty good. Some other shows. I still gotta check out. Finish up that Somebody Somewhere, which I actually quite like the first season. For some reason I never really got around to check out the next year. I should really get on. This ended, I'll probably give that a go. There's some other ones here, but again, I think because of the strikes, there wasn't as strong shows this year as there was. I was hoping to add the franchise in this list, by the way, but that show was pretty disappointing. So there's that. Again, I think 2025 is going to be better because they got the return of Last of Us, White Lotus, Welcome to Zeri. They got some cool stuff coming out next year. So hopefully 2025 will be better, but we'll see. Anyway, let me let you guys. What are some of your favorite HBO/Max original series of 2024? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Timmy.